favorite case studies at Email Dice is definitely the pet store that we work with and help scale from anywhere between $30,000 per month all the way to 250 plus K, where that store was generating about 80% of sales from email and SMS marketing. And that was possible because we started early on building a great relationship with his customers. And of course, it's going to be my favorite because we, as you know, we love we have a chief wolf officer here at Email Ties named Freddie. We love pets, especially dogs. So that was also a product that solved one of my dog's issues with his teeth. So definitely dear to heart case study, not only in the business level, but personal level as well. Now, someone responded to the case study, someone who started a pet store as well, not with snacks, as was the case with our customer client, but with different products. So the question was, how was it possible to scale that profitably? I think the store was growing about 15 to 20% month over month, and ad spend was kept at below $20,000 per month. So $20,000 ad spend. Store was generating upwards of $250,000 per month, and continued to grow. So pretty solid numbers, I have to say, considering the fact that the store started maybe like 2-3 months before we joined. So here's my answer to how to scale. And if you're wondering, yes, this is snow. There's a shit ton of snow in Mammoth Lakes. But now onto the questions, or the answers to the question: how would I scale if I started this store for a new store? How would I scale profitably using email and SMS marketing? So I'm not going to talk much about like client or customer acquisition here, but what is the system behind the scenes or the backend system that will allow you to convert more of new eyeballs, more of new store visitors into first-time buyers? So first, I have here a sign-up pop-up masters, which is AMP. It's a great tool, but if you want to start with your basic foundational sign-up form on SendLane or Klaviyo or any other tool, OmniSend, whatever tool you're using for your email marketing, that's fine. What I love about AMP is that they really motivated me and showed me proof for it, enough proof to do full screen takeovers, especially in desktop. I mean, this thing was performing twice as good as any other pop-up because I was mostly judging it based on my personal experience. Whenever I enter a new store and there's a full screen takeover, I wasn't sure if this would improve the customer experience or really hurt it in the long term. I mean, people are signing up, people are buying, everything works well. And you can collect some information up front. Maybe, are you buying for your dog, or are you buying for your friend's dog, or are you buying for your pet, or what's the name of your pet? You can collect information like this that you can leverage in your welcome experience. And the one thing that I just remember that I shared with him is that a lot of times when you're starting a new store, I feel like you should keep the vibe that, hey, you're starting out, but you have a problem and solve your problem, or maybe your family problem within your family and their pets, whatever that is. Keep it really authentic. Don't act like you have a team of 100 people and fulfillment centers and stuff like that. I think that would be the great case of starting out and building a very great relationship with your people, because they will remember it 4 or 5 years down the road when you have a fulfillment center, when you have 100 people on your team. They also remember you that, yeah, I was talking to the founder and I remember his emails directly from him, and I was chatting with him and get closer with customers. Now, so once you have the sign-up form, you need to make sure that there are receiving emails, and building a great habit. A great habit for an email subscriber would be, or a reader, would be to open an email and ideally click an email, maybe respond to an email. How do we do it? Well, of course, immediately send out the welcome flow. And these are, funny enough, I shared it before looking at, before preparing for this video, I gave this young gentleman these 3 flows that I would build. And then I looked up one of the accounts, and guess what? We have the top 3 flows exactly as I mentioned it. So first one will be the welcome flow. I don't want to cover too much of what you should include in your welcome flow. If you're starting out, make sure that the discount code or whatever offer you have for your new customers, that's in the first email. That's in every follow-up you do. You can extend down the road if you want to extend from whatever 10%, 15%, you can. But you should basically see the conversion happening in the first 48 hours max. Usually after that, it's going to be hard to convert people. Obviously, they don't have that such an intent, right? Focus on the product education, a little bit maybe behind the scenes of the product, why, how, and stuff like that, branding elements to it, and send people back to your store. The next two flows are going to help you with conversion and scaling profitably, or browse abandonment and abandon. Checkout actually says still cart, but it's a checkout because people are triggered, or this flow is triggered when someone started a checkout, hasn't placed an order yet. This particular flow, browse abandonment, will be triggered when someone viewed a product but hasn't added to cart, nor reached the checkout stage, nor placed an order. So you can see these flows perform pretty well. They always are going to be top 5 flows, let's say. What can you include in these 2 flows? Definitely, if you have more than one product, add products somewhere in the email. But the main the main thing in the email will be the dynamic feature. So if I'll receive the browser button email, it needs to have the product that I was looking at, right? The same as if I went on checkout. If I had 2 or 3 products in cart, make sure that you show me these products, right? And you send me back to the cart. And if you have only a handful of products, you can do these flows specific to each product, and that will make it even more personalized. Finally, all you should be focusing on is coming up with something interesting on social media. I found this, it's not pet related at all, but I found this video, and as I was preparing for this video, it had a solid hook. Why didn't I think of this? And actually, my jaw dropped when I saw 4 or 5 things from this video. Funny enough, my wife introduced me to one of these things recently. So these things work. I mean, word of mouth, things are just interesting. Find something that will have the hook. Start with the problem. Mention the problem. Solution will be your product, ideally, and get attention on social media. If you have money for ads, test ads. If you have time, no money, you should be creating some videos, or have your friends create some videos. Be creative with it and try to get attention on social media, which is one of the things my client with that case study did. He was doing a lot of behind the scenes videos as well, and as he was fulfilling the products himself, that helped. That really helped in the beginning. And he also is obviously a pet store and pet owner, so had that, I will say, so he could use his task to create videos about it. Whatever store you're starting, whatever products you have, be creative in the beginning if you don't have enough budget. And that's all for this video. I hope you found it valuable. If so, let me know in the comment section down below why, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.